You're an hour into your show. You're playing, 3 gunmen walk in, start shooting.
At first, I thought it was the PA cracking up, and then I realized real quick that it wasn't. And I recognized what it was. At that time, Jesse ran towards me, and we went in the corner of the stage.
They sort of brought back that feeling when 9/11 happened, or the Boston Massacre, because we all saw those photos before. It sort of brought back, like, I hate to say it, but like this nostalgic feeling where I've seen this before, and I think that we see this way too many times, and I think that it should definitely not happen, or should even be considered a nostalgic feeling.
The concert had started about half an hour before. We heard firecracker noises and we turned around and saw 2 young people. 2 young people, well, we were a bit far away, so 2 people with machine guns firing into the crowd. So we all laid on the ground. There was panic, screams, shots continued to be fired. Someone managed to open the door leading to the rooftop, so we all got up there. We waited for a while and there was a man whose apartment has a window that opens into the rooftop. He opened the window and let us into his apartment. We stayed the whole time at his place, in the dark, waiting for events to unfold. We could hear explosions, gunshots, screams. We didn't know what was going on, really.
I arrived at the scene, and there were lots of dead bodies on the ground. Lots of dead bodies. Lots of dead bodies. At that moment, you can't tell if this is real or fiction, a movie. Whatever the case, a lot of people are dead.
Global issue. You see these type of things going around the whole entire world. And it's unfortunate that, in places where I don't think anybody really deserves to even witness or even to see things like this, it's just really stupid that, violence even has to happen in the first place, because I think there's no need for it. I think that you always see things about things going on in the Middle East, but I think in the recent years there's been more of a terrorist threat towards countries like the United States, and especially with the Boston Massacre, the Sandy Hook shooting. I think there was one in Colorado on Thanksgiving break, I think. So it's almost becoming like a social norm now, and I just think that it needs to stop.
But Matt, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you were trapped in a room with some fans.
Yeah, when the shooting started, I threw down my bass, hid for a second, sort of behind the curtain, sort of behind the monitor desk, and immediately, people started pouring through. There's like a door to get up to the stage,
right.
Stage access from
on
the
your side.
venue. Yeah, and
that's where everyone was coming from.
People were coming, and Steve, our tour manager, he was there, and he's the first, he's the first person I saw, and just the look on his face of we both had the same thought of, he was like, there's no exit over here, and he was trying to tell people that, everyone.
You're just trying to get out.
Everyone's running. Well, everyone started going up into this room, or just to escape the gunfire. Naturally.
I'm calling very simply for a shutdown of Muslims entering the United States, and here's a key: until our country's representatives can figure out what is going on. They don't know.
How would you stop them from entering the United States?
The other night with a speech that nobody still knows. I tweeted out, "Is that all there is?" He didn't say anything. He doesn't know what's going on. And we have people in this country that want to blow up our country. You know it, and so do I.
Let me add something else. Terrorists? We are terrorists? Now you tell me, I'm not going to speak about individuals. I don't deny there are people in the world of Islam who do act in a manner that is against Islam, which you can label as terrorism, no doubt in my mind. I know it, you know it. There's no point in denying it. But it is not fair to judge Islam per the actions of some Muslims. Otherwise, all Christians are crusaders. But they're not. And all Jews are Zionists. But they're not. We know that there are groups amongst every religion that are military. That's it.
I think that overall, it's kind of tough, because it's like there's different factors. Like for one, everybody's brought up differently. You don't know what this person really thinks about. You really don't know what this person goes through on a daily basis. So I think that internet is very useful, but at the same time, I think it really does put a detriment on the way how people think. It gives people this type of mindset that, you know, this might not be right or whatnot, and usually it's usually like that, you know. So I just think that the internet has a major factor in this. I think that for one, there needs to be more security put into place, but at the same time, even if we do need more security, we really don't know when something like this is going to happen. So I think that in case if something like this does happen, people need to be more alert and to be more aware about these attacks, because they're even happening in, you know, like countries like France and the United States, and it's just a shame.